guys. Today I am going to talk to you about a YouTuber. Her name is Danielle LaShawn. Danielle LaShawn. And this comes from Meal Plan on a Budget for a Big Family plus Grocery List Cost Projections. She has, and I will leave links to her YouTube and stuff below. But what she does for grocery budgeting is, first, she goes through her kitchen. What ingredient do we have right now to make meals? She goes through her pantry, freezer, and freezer, cabinets, all of that. And she's also making her grocery list as she goes, like if she has run out of something that she eats regularly. But what she's also doing is making a list of what she has so that she can cook with what she has. In this video, she had mentioned that in one of her other videos that she had went over her budget and she needed to come back from that. And so that is where this video comes from. She decides that since she went over her budget, she's going to try to use all of the things that she over purchased to make those meals first. And I suggest if you have produce, I would start with that. Any produce that's going to go bad in your refrigerator first, try to find meals so you can use that up so that it won't go to waste, and start there. She says, what do we need to use first? I just mentioned, use your produce first. What do we need? She adds that to her list as she's going through. She uses Instacart, and for her grocery list, she uses an app that I have not heard of before called Flipp, F-L-I-P-P, and she uses that to check all the deals and circulars and coupons, I guess. And she does her grocery shopping at Aldi's. Here where I live, we do not have an Aldi's, but I'm just telling you what she does because where you are, you may have Aldi's. You may already be familiar with Flipp, and Instacart I'm familiar with, but I just do Sam's Club. I have my phone with me all the time. Every time I need an item, I immediately go into Sam's Club and put it on my grocery list because that's where I do my grocery shopping. My husband will do the H-E-B and Walmart runs, and he'll always ask me if I need anything. Most of the time I don't, but occasionally I have something that either one, I don't want to buy a huge amount of at Sam's Club, so I will prefer to buy it at the grocery store, and so I will add that to his list. That's how we work as a team. We just help out that way. Now, I don't know if she already has a list of recipes that she's using on Pinterest, or if she goes on Pinterest and puts in those ingredients and then tries to find recipes that will go with the ingredients that she's trying to use. But she uses Pinterest. She says how to figure out what is on sale at your grocery store. That's first thing she does. How to meal plan and shop your pantry and fridge. How to create a list with prices. These are things that she teaches: food storage and meal prep to save time and waste. What do you have, and list what is needed. We already talked about that. Okay, once she makes a list of what she has already and what she needs, she makes categorizes everything. Okay, now on the last podcast, that person color codes her ingredients to her recipe. This one puts an N for things that are needed on her grocery list, and H for things that she has already at home. So an N for needs, H for have. She searches Pinterest using ingredients she already has. And then she puts in the missing ingredients from the recipe that she needs. She puts in Pinterest, a Pinterest folder or other folder on her computer. I wasn't clear on that, but I'll have a review. I'll read a little review and see if her little transcript review has any added information. But I wanted to go through my notes first because I don't want to ever be accused of copying and pasting her information. So I took notes, and I'll see in her notes if there's a clear explanation for you guys. She uses Flipp App to find sales in her area or store, like Aldi's. She shops with Instacart, and she can share that with her husband's, and it has ingredients and prices. She says you can order Whole Foods items on Amazon, which that's great because I don't even know if the store is still open, but used to, the nearest Whole Foods store to us was an hour away. So that's good to know. You can always buy those things from Amazon. Now, I'm not sure what my other notes mean. Oh, these are just some things that she uses for storage of food. She makes freezer prep meat. She freezer preps her meats. That means if you only have 2 people at home, then you're going to divide out your big package of meat by how much 2 people eat. And she says it does take a little extra prep time, but it makes things simple. And that's what I do. I did that even when my children were at home. But now that it's just my husband and I divide that out so that all I have to do is defrost what's enough for my husband and I, and that nothing goes to waste because it stays frozen. She says you can put carrots and celery in water in jars to keep those fresh longer. She says if you always keep the banana stems wrapped, they will stay fresher. Now this I thought was interesting because here where we live, we eat a lot of avocados, don't we? So avocado, if you leave the pit in it and you spray it with cooking spray, it should last longer. Keep the pit in. You can put them in with onions, and that will help them stay fresher longer. So those are her tips. So now let me see if I can go through some of her little review. Danielle teaches us to use apps on our phone to maximize your savings and time when you're grocery shopping. To help reduce waste, cut up celery and carrots and store in mason jars with water. They will last 2 to 3 weeks this way. Danielle says, when I use the store app to create a list, it shows me the pricing, which is a bonus because it helps me stay on budget. I also feel like it helps me to decrease impulse buying when I'm in the store. If I have a list, I'm not really browsing. That's what I feel like with Sam's Club as well, because if I total it up and it's more than I want to spend, I can go back and put the items. You can either remove the items or you can save them for later. So sometimes I just save them for later. If they're out of heavy cream, I can put it on save for later, and then instead of typing in the whole heavy cream to search again, I can just put that on the grocery list, and if it says that they're out, then I put it back in the save for later file. You can make grocery lists also, but I don't particularly make the grocery lists. I just go ahead and add what I'm purchasing. That's what I do. So I use the Sam's Club app. When taking inventory of your fridge and pantry, remember to open boxes and containers to see if they are getting low and need to be restocked before it's completely empty. Mark items on your list with a H for have, N for need, to show if you already have the item or if you need to purchase the item. Don't forget to plan to use leftovers when planning meals for the week. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you can take advantage of free delivery through the Amazon website from Amazon itself or Whole Foods. We already mentioned that. Take a notepad and go to your fridge and pantry to see what you already have. Some of this we've already said, but it's, it'll stick in your mind better if we just keep repeating it, I guess. Pantry to see what you already have. Craft your meals around what you already have on hand. Categorize this list by proteins, dairy, fruits, vegetables, canned goods, and dry goods. Categorize them. Search Pinterest for recipes and meal inspiration. Plug in some of the ingredients you already have and see what results come up. Use the Flipp app to easily see all the sales flyers in your area. You can search by ingredient or by store. And then use the Instacart app to make your grocery list. If another family member has the app, they can access the list to do the shopping for you. So that's great. I don't know if Sam's Club does that, but I do know as long as I continue to add my husband to the pickup before I hit checkout, then either of us can stop and pick it up. And Sam's Club, you can have it delivered to your home. You can have it shipped to your home if the store doesn't have it, or you can pick it up in their parking lot in their designated parking spot for club pickups. And that is what I usually do. I just pick a day that I'm going to be out and about and make sure that my groceries are ready at the time I'm headed home, and I will pick them up on the way home. It doesn't take very long, and it's awesome. And another thing that you can do, if you add to your Sam's grocery list and you already hit checkout, you have a certain amount of time that you can actually, if you realize that you forgot to add something to the list, you can still add it to the list. I don't remember exactly how much time you have, but you can do that. And if you have 24 hours to pick up your items. So you can wait till the next day to pick them up as long as you pick them up before the 24-hour time is over. And I have accidentally messed up and gone, and luckily they had not put up the items yet, so I was able to scan and go, and then scan them and put them in my cart. So, all right, guys, this is another short one. I hope these tips are helpful for you. I probably should have just added grocery budgeting onto the meal planning one that I did yesterday, but that's all right. These are helpful for you, and I will leave information to her videos and to some of my items that you can look at. You can search some of my YouTubes for my meal planning and etc. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.